So let's say we are working on salary part. So salary, which is a kind of component of expenses, and I am supposed to pay salary to my employees. So how would I record in my accounting books, which is P&L account, balance sheet, and cash flow? So let's say my salary expenses, they are identified as 1 lakh rupee. So this 1 lakh rupee is nothing but a simple expense for my company. So I will draw a P&L account where in expenses side I will write salary of 1 lakh rupee. Because this is as per the conservatism of accounting. Whenever I identify some certain expense, I am supposed to record it as expense of the firm in expenses side of P&L account. Right? Now next question comes like, out of 1 lakh rupee, what portion you have paid and what portion is payable. So it may happen like 100% you have paid as salary in cash, or it may happen like 20% is payable and 80% is paid. So when you have this kind of situation, then you are also supposed to report in balance sheet. So the moment you are writing in your balance sheet, so liability and asset, how much is payable? 20% is payable. So you are saying salary payable of, so basically 20% of 1 lakh rupee would be 20,000. So basically your salary is payable by 20,000 rupees, or you may say salary outstanding. So whatever is convenient for you, but you are just trying to say this is your liability, and liability you are creating for 20% related to salary. That is why you are saying salary is payable 20,000 rupees, right? Now this 80% salary you have actually paid in cash. So this payment of cash you are supposed to report in your cash flow also. So the moment you are reporting this particular scenario in cash flow, so you are saying inflow, outflow. Since 80% salary you have paid, so you are saying salary you are charging for 80,000, which is 80% of 1 lakh rupee, right? So now you will look at this transaction. Initially you were saying salary you are identifying as 1 lakh rupee. Finally, so that is why, because you are saying since this is your expense, you are recording in expense side of P&L account. Now next questions comes like, how much is payable, how much is paid. So you are saying 20% is payable, 80% is paid. So whatever is payable, that is supposed to be reported in your liability side. So you are saying 20,000 is my payable. How much is paid? 80,000 is paid. So you are saying cash outflow would be charged for 80,000, right? Now let's say you are saying full 100% salary is paid. Then in that case you will say salary I am recording as 1 lakh rupee in expense side. There would not be any payable because you have 100% paid. So there is no liability related to salary. You are saying salary related liability, they are zero, right? And the same time, the moment you are reflecting this situation in cash flow, so you are saying in outflow side salary would be 1 lakh rupee, right? So that the same thing would be applicable with rent and other expenses. You have to understand what is payable, what is paid. So whatever is paid, that is your cash outflow. Whatever is payable, that portion is supposed to be reported in liability side. But expenses as a whole, they are supposed to be reported in expenses column as per the conservatism of concept of accounting, right? Thank you.